Alright guys, what is going on? Happy Friday evening. This is the Club of the Man 1993. I feel like the signature chair shifts like my newest thing now or something. I do not know, because half the time I'm not centered up on the screen. But, whatever. But this is the Club of the Man 1993, and I am here live to give you my live review of tonight's episode of Smackdown, the May 1st, 2020 edition of Smackdown that took place once again at the WWE Performance Center. We are a week and a half away now from Money in the Bank 2020, as it was announced tonight that apparently both Money in the Bank ladder matches inside the WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut, will apparently take place at the same time. Yeah, I know, Tyler, yes, you've told me every time. But those matches apparently will take place at the same time. Wonder how that's going to go. I mean, it could definitely cut some time for sure in this pay-per-view that doesn't need to be that long to begin with, but who knows? Who the heck knows? I don't know how it's going to go. We'll see. Maybe a clusterfuck, may not be. Who knows? As far as this episode of SmackDown went, very average. As far as, wasn't horrible, wasn't great. Nothing really happened. I mean, we got the final two spots for the Money in the Bank qualifying matches, and to me it was just like, woo. Because to be honest, as of now, of course, because of Apollo Crews' injury, we are having a gauntlet match on Monday to determine who will replace him in the Money in the Bank ladder match. I don't know who it's going to be. I definitely know now it's not going to be Buddy Murphy, because they announced on SmackDown tonight, during one of the commercials, that on Monday, Drew McIntyre will take on Seth Rollins' disciple, Buddy Murphy, which made me mad. I'm like, can they have Murphy at least get a second chance for the Money in the Bank qualifying match and be in that gauntlet match instead? I don't know why they're not giving him the second chance. He should be in that match. I'm sorry, I really think he should be. Let's be real. There really isn't anybody now in the women's match. No one really want to see win. There isn't. We'll get to those in the next week for the Money in the Bank predictions, but honestly, I'm not too excited for Money in the Bank. Nothing. I mean, I'm interested to see how this match going inside the Performance Center, at WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. But as far as I want to see win, I'm not really that excited. I'll be real. I'm not really looking forward to that. So we'll see how it goes. But again, as far as this show goes, nothing really happened. It happened. It was what it was. That's all I gotta say. It was a very skippable show, of course, as most of these shows have been. And yeah, we opened up, though, with I thought was a pretty good promo. Daniel Bryan comes out. It's no secret he loves what he does, and at this point in his career, he loves tackling new obstacles and trying new things. But that's why he's excited to compete in the Money in the Bank ladder match. He's competed in all kinds of places over his career, but never in an office building. And he muses about how the match will work, how important winning the contract was to his career. But he's also a little disappointed because he wanted to see Gulak be in the match and get an opportunity like he did. But Corbin ruined that, so now he wants to settle it right now. Corbin comes out, and it's just like, I'm going to make you suffer or whatnot. So that's your friend Drew Gulak. I want to save Bryan some time and tell him to stop dreaming about winning, because it's just a dream, and not even the only past winner in the match. He talks about he's going to win and reign as King Money in the Bank. Bryan's like, and you're going to squander an opportunity like you did last time? He's only one of 4 people who have lost out of the 23 total. But it doesn't make him a king, it makes him a loser. But Corbin's like, you used to be young and hungry, now you're old and tired, basically. You have nothing to make yourself look good. Bryan just buried you right there with that, and you're right. Once again, Corbin has nothing to back him up, so that's why Bryan's right. He is a loser. They have the match with Baron Corbin and Daniel Bryan. Match went on for a decent amount of time. Didn't really care. Corbin gave up by throwing a ladder at Bryan, which got him disqualified. And then afterwards, Bryan was then... Well, Corbin went for the for, not the LaBelle lock, for the end of days, but then Bryan reversed into the LaBelle lock on the ladder. But then Nakamura came in with a Kinshasa, Cesaro then dropped Bryan with a ladder, and then they take advantage, and then Corbin throws Bryan into a pile of ladders. So I guess because Sami Zayn's home right now due to the virus right now, they're having Corbin's new cronies now be Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura. Lazy booking with these cronies. So next week, we're going to have Bryan and Gulak and a mystery partner. It'll probably be Elias. I'm betting you right now it's probably going to be Elias. Since Corbin took him out recently, it's probably going to be Elias. I'm going to say right now, Daniel Bryan, Drew Gulak, and Elias will take on King Corbin, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura in a 6-man tag match next week for the go-home show of Money in the Bank. That's what's going to be for next week. We then have Braun Strowman come out, and he takes a trip down memory lane. We took it last week, but the past is the past. Bray Wyatt can give him the gifts all he wants, and then the Firefly Funhouse comes on. Bray's like, oh, it's story time. It's called The Black Sheep. And, this was neat as far as, the aesthetics and whatnot. I always enjoy Firefly Funhouse segments. But him reading a story about the Black Sheep and how Braun Strowman abandoned him and whatnot for greener pastures, to me, I'm just like, okay, it's like we've already heard this. Like, why are we just going somewhere else? Like, I felt like this was just repeated. Nothing really new came out of it. It was just the same story. We know the story. We know Braun Strowman left the Wyatt family. We talked about how many times over the years. So that's why I was kind of like, alright, cool. It's story time in the Firefly Funhouse. It's the same story we've heard countless times. So Strowman said, I'm finally done with the puppets, and if you have something to say, just say it to my face. And then Bray just sits there, rocks his chair, and just says bye, and next week we're going to get them face to face. So, hopefully it'll be something different. Sheamus then squashed a guy named Leon Ruff, and then goes over to the announce table saying, are you going to talk about Jeff Hardy? And because that's when we had the part 4 of this Jeff Hardy video packages, because once again we got to kiss Hardy's rear end for him to, stay, because his brother Matt did not. And again, Sheamus is just like, oh, so it was advertised that Jeff Hardy's going to be there next week. Sheamus is like, well, I'll be here too. This feud's starting to get really annoying. It's like, it's a coincidence they happen to talk about Jeff Hardy right after Sheamus' matches. Like, why is Sheamus getting all bent out of shape over it? It's just starting to get a little bland. I mean, yeah, a hard-hitting match between these two, actually, I think could be a decent addition to the card. But once again, the story, I just don't care. It's starting to get dragged on too long. It's dumb. Have the match and move on. Sheamus is literally squashing all these people just to get fed to Jeff Hardy, so whatever. We have Otis and his girl, Mandy Rose, get interviewed backstage. They're both in the final Money in the Bank qualifying match this night. For SmackDown, of course. Again, Raw has that gauntlet match of who's going to replace Apollo Crews. Otis says he's going to beat Ziggler like he did at WrestleMania and win the contract for him and his beautiful peach. Mandy Rose says when Sonya Deville hurt her, she did hurt her, but she's looking forward, not back. She's focused on Carmella tonight, and then gives Otis a kiss on the cheek and leaves to make her entrance. I'm like, you lucky son of a gun. Anyways, we have the match of Carmella and Mandy Rose. And during this match, I thought, you know what? I actually hope Mandy wins this. I want to see Mandy actually get in the match, and if she does, I actually would like to see her win the contract. Because to me, who else do I want to see win it? Nia Jax? No. Asuka? Maybe, but what's that really to do with the contract on Raw? She's already feud with Becky and lost her twice. Shayna, maybe, but I still don't think Shayna needs a briefcase. I don't think she needs the briefcase. Dana Brooke, are you kidding me? Lacey Evans, heck no. And Carmella winning it, I'd be like, what the heck? So, I was rooting for Mandy Rose. During the match, though, Sonya comes out talking on the microphone, trying to distract Mandy, it's not working until Mandy's like, you know what? I'm tired of acting like, Sonya's like, I'm tired of acting like nothing's wrong here. Why don't you come down and fight? So Mandy just all of a sudden, now she can't focus. She can't focus. She turns around, turns to faces Sonya, turns around. Carmella just like stared at her for a second, then super kicked her like she was an idiot, and then Carmella wins. I'm going to say right now, they're giving that briefcase to Lacey Evans. Lacey Evans is getting that briefcase, no doubt about it. Oh my gosh, she's lost to Sasha and Bayley how many times? They've made fun of her daughter. I'm sure Lacey would love to get her comeuppance on them. She lost to them how many times? She doesn't need to cash in a briefcase. Lacey Evans is not a baby face. It's feeling like you're forcing her down our throats. Yes, we get it. Vince thinks you're sexy. He thinks you're amazing. You have blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. America! Okay, I'm sorry. I took a page out of the Lex Man's book there. Let's just win this briefcase. I don't see anybody else win this briefcase. But then, of course, after the match, Sonya Deville had a nice, vicious beatdown on Mandy Rose. Chewed her out, pretty much. Threw her into the steps. I think Mandy was bleeding a little bit from her nose. Which I thought was a nice, beatdown from Sonya. I'm so surprised they just didn't have Sonya and Mandy, go at it for the final spot. That would have made things a little bit more interesting, I thought. I don't know why they didn't do it, but whatever. Carmella's in the briefcase. In the match. Mandy was checked on in the trainer's room. Otis checks on her, but everything's cool. And Medic asks him to leave. He runs into Dolph, who's like, is Mandy okay? And Otis just breathes at him heavy and just walks away, doesn't even tell him anything. We had the New Day then taking on the Forgotten Sons with Miz and Morrison. Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Miz and Morrison! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! See what you guys, Miz and Morrison! Hey, hey! Ho, ho! Sitting that commentary, watching the match. And the match was whatever. The Forgotten Sons win with a stomp-assisted DDT on Kofi Kingston. So Jack Swagger got involved, take Big E out. Kofi got taken out by the Sons. I guess they're already getting a tag title shot. Okay, I gave them credit. I liked their promo last week, but it's like, they can't give Miz and Morrison their rematch. I don't get why. I don't know why the Forgotten Sons all of a sudden are getting a title opportunity. Whatever. A babyface team actually lost in a non-title match. And then we have Tamina being interviewed. She pitches their connection as strong, proud, kick-ass women who don't need cheap shots. Well, that's what Sasha says to Tamina, who's about to be interviewed. And then Bayley cheap shots her from behind. They try 2-on-1, but then Lacey Evans comes up and they start brawling, and then they break it up, and it sets up for a tag match. I think with Tamina and Lacey Evans taking on Bayley and Sasha Banks. I don't care about this match. Once again, Tamina's like, well, it took 4 people to beat me, who claimed a few weeks ago nobody ever beat me at Money in the Bank. You were beat, Tamina. You were beat. You never show up. You didn't even earn any time. You never earned any title opportunity to begin with. Yes, you beat Sasha, but you had no reason whatsoever to begin this title match. I do not care whatsoever. I will probably fall asleep during that match when it happens. Or not even pay attention, because I do not care. It's literally on the level of another Jinder Mahal match. Bayley and Tamina for the SmackDown Women's Championship. That's right. I think I am. Yeah, I am. Hopefully, if I last a whole other year without getting sick, well, puking at least, I will beat Jerry Seinfeld's personal record of 14 years. Okay, that was a random fact. Had to get that out there. Anyways, so that happens. Then Sonya's talking to Dolph backstage about how she hurt Mandy and will keep hurting her. And Dolph is going to do the same to Otis. Dolph says everyone thinks he's a bad guy, but he just knows how the world works. People cheer Otis because he's like them, but he's not great. And guys like that don't ever win. They start to believe that heart matters more than skill or hard work. But if you're looking for a winner, you're looking at him right now, and he will become champion again. Not happening because Otis then beat Dolph Ziggler in the main event, being clean, and Otis is in the men's ladder match. Okay? I like Otis, but I don't expect him to win the match. And it's like, who else I really want to see win this match so far, isn't it? Otis? Meh. Bryan? I don't know what he'd do with the briefcase. He doesn't really need it. It's not enough. Corbin? Heck no. Black? Maybe Alistair? But I still don't think he needs a briefcase. Ray? Don't think he needs it either. So, I'm depending on that sixth competitor who's replacing Apollo Crews to see who it is, and it'll go from there. As far as the women, it's going to be Lacey. It's going to be Lacey. No doubt about it. Let me see here. Money in the Bank should be replaced with Backlash. Kane was no threat to Brock. Don't be Jinder. Lazy booking. And Bayley is a boring champion. Because they book her like crap. She is just holding Lacey Evans' daughter on a popsicle stick. Yep. Jinder better not win that briefcase. That would be stupid. That would be so stupid to make a Jinder Mahal. Don't even give me nightmares right now thinking about it. I gave SmackDown a C. Wasn't awful. Wasn't great. Just nothing happened. Average show. Gave it a C. What are your guys' thoughts on this show? Leave us down in the comment section below. Slap a like on the video. Subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAir93. Checking out, guys. Catch y'all later. Have a great weekend. Peace out, everybody.
No